you hear me now?
There you go. My bad, brother. My bad. Here we go. Leveling. Hey, man, thank you for coming through, man. El Salvador en la casa.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
I got you.
We got the special guest with the wind right now. She's dealing with.
We're just fixing the wind situation.
That. Hey, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming down, man. Introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I got a long name. I was telling you earlier. My real name is Juan Jose Avalos Hernandez.
Okay.
But I go by J, or by JT Avalos, in the artist world,
Mm-hmm.
But everybody can call me Jay. That's fine.
That's dope. So, cuéntame un poquito de este sencillo. ¿Qué sucedió? Talk to me a little bit about what inspired you to do this record, and tell me a little bit about
so this song, I wrote this song a while ago. I was going through some love story, and I wrote it probably 4 years ago, but I just got the chance to release it recently. But it's been I wrote it a long time ago, But through the time I was just editing and stuff, and I was blessed to come and redo it again and finally have a final product, to release it to the world, and I like it. I like it a lot. I hope people they can listen to it, like it, enjoy it, and hopefully obviously I don't want anybody to be heartbroken, but but if they like it, it reminds them of something. I'm sorry, but that's the song right there. The song's been there for a while.
So our heartbreak inspired the
that's how it started. Most of my songs are actually stories that I've been living through. I usually don't write things that I don't go through,
Mm-hmm.
Most of these songs I try to stick with love, my love stories and things that happen in my life, for as far as right now, that's what I'm going for, but there's also songs that I have written that are more being an immigrant, and crossing borders and being a single father and stuff like that I'm working on, and hopefully someday soon, we get to those other chapters, talking about some other real stuff about just my personal life,
No, I actually, not to give too much away, but I love the record you did for your daughter, and we had a privilege to have my wifey sing on it, and she sings in the choir, and normally for her it's all about the message that you have, and when she heard it, she was just like, of course I'm gonna be a part of it. But I think, oh damn it, I shouldn't have said nothing. My bad. Sorry if
it's fine. My daughter's watching it right now. It's fine.
My bad. Damn it.
It's
okay. Keep your mouth shut.
No.
But I say that because I think it's a beautiful thing. Because sometimes we have artists that just are thinking about what the cool message and let me be popular and what's trending, and I think love is a very beautiful topic, and there's the bad side of love, right? The heartbreak, but then there's a beautiful side when you do have love, and then there's the fatherly love. You're a father. Talk to me a little bit about how that affects your songwriting.
So becoming a father, it helped me it affects my whole life, because as people will know now, I'm a single father. My daughter's 15 years old, but I've been raising her since she was 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Most of the time she's been with me, all her life, and having her is, when I want to do something, that I shouldn't do,
Mm-hmm.
I think about it, I have my daughter, I shouldn't be doing, I should not be doing this, so it stopped me from putting myself in situations that I don't want to be put on, myself into, and it helped me to develop and myself faster, to grow faster, to mature faster, because I got a little one that is being dependent, it depends on me, and obviously, I'll be with her for, I'll be there for her for the rest of her life, the rest of my life, but I feel so excited about the song, and I'm, hopefully we can get it soon, and thank you so much, for having your wife. It sounds amazing. It sounds exactly how I was picturing, I couldn't do it, but thank you, your wife, it's perfect.
It's for an amazing, beautiful young lady. Your daughter is amazing, bro. You're doing a great job with her. It's not easy raising a daughter, especially being a male. What do we know about being a woman? You know what I mean?
Exactly,
It's tough. It's really tough. But bro, like she's a smart one, bro.
She is. You know, I was just talking to her. She was talking to her counselors, and apparently will be graduating a year before.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And yeah, you know, she wants to go to MIT or some other universities, and I'm like, I'm all in, you know, like,
Yeah.
I'm there to support her, and you know, like, I just want to see her happy, you know, and raise a good woman, you know, like, raise a good human being, you know.
Yeah. No, we're doing it, man. Real quick, man. We got Easy. What's up, Easy? How you doing, brother? Man, we've been running around. We had the video shoot right now. We had a workout. We went to the Sutro baths, and then we didn't know how down we had to walk, and then that walk up all those stairs, and with camera equipment, it was just, whew, we're a little gassed, but
I feel like a tourist.
I know, bro. But Easy, he's my co-host. He's my business partner. He also does design, man. But how you feeling, bro?
Good, man. She's enjoying the nice weather that we have here in San Francisco.
Beautiful day, man. We're over
it's
here.
Windy, but it's nice.
We got the cable car outside. You know, we're right in front of the Market Street. We have we're gonna jump back and forth, but I really want to just talk a little bit about like the sobriety side of what we're doing. We got a couple guys. Shout out to our guys out there that are listening. Some of our radio members, they're not here right now, but you know, a lot of them are going through sobriety. Shout out to my drummer. He's okay with me sharing this. He got his 4th DUI, and he works with a very dope union. It's an elevator union. So he crashed his truck, and after that, you know, he realized, okay, 4th DUI that's my time to like give it up. You know, I can't control this. But he is 8 months, not going on his 9th month of sobriety, and the first time in his life that he's been, you know, that sober. Just clear-headed. Some of us could handle alcohol, and it's not to bash alcohol, because you know, some of us still have a drink. Some of us that could control it, you know, but some of them have like some inner demons, and that's including myself. I can't. I wish I could just be that guy that could just be drinking a lot, but I can't. But this right here, Palace Beverages, it was so delicious. First of all, let's talk about how I discovered this. We did a video shoot at 1015 Folsom. You know, shout out to 1015 Folsom. Beautiful place. And man, talk to me a little bit about this drink, and can you introduce the guests that we have?
So I got in touch with this drink because my friend Shingo was telling me about her friend, and she made this drink, you know, non-alcoholic, and since I've been sober, I was like, I want to try it, you know. So I tried it, and he got me in touch with Diane, and you know, and that's how I got introduced to it. And that day that we were shooting the music video, Shingo was like, hey, you know, take the bottle. You know, I was like, oh yeah, you know, let's drink the bottle. You know, let's took the bottle and the little thing, you know, and put some ice on it, and we're just sipping it. And yeah, it's great. It's great. You know, it's a really good choice for people that don't want to drink. You know, just gotta make sure that, you know, people know that there's other stuff there. You know, they just like. Because me, I just drink ginger, you know, ginger. When I go, I don't want to be drinking ginger all the time, so, you know, might as well just drink something else delicious, you know. And you know, that's how I got introduced to Diane, and you know, we've been talking about it, and I'm trying to help her, you know, like connecting with people, and see, you know, like the more people get to know her product, you know, the best, you know, like people should know about this, you know.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Thank you, Diane, for coming down. Can you talk to us a little bit about Palace Beverages, and when did you start it, and what inspired you to start it?
My best friend died from drinking when I was 22, and then when I was 25, I finally quit drinking, and I realized there was nothing for me at the bar, like at all whatsoever. It's like Red Bull or juice, and I just figured there has to be something in between. There has to be something good. But there wasn't, so I just made it. I launched it about a year and a half ago in San Francisco, 1015 Folsom specifically, and it's just a great drink for non-drinkers or people that want to take the night off, or even switch between alcohol and Palace, and still have fun and not have to drink, which is apparently a revolutionary concept.
Yeah. That's amazing. So you said like when you were 25. So I was like about a year ago when that happened.
I'm 30 now, so it took me some time. I still I had to quit drinking, but it was kind of like an on and off thing. And you know, when you finally stop drinking, like the whole world opens up for you. And I think if more people knew this and more people had access to things that were better for them, they could make better decisions when they were out. So that's really the concept.
So when you decided to stop drinking, how hard was it? What worked for you and what didn't work for you? Because I assume you probably tried a couple times, maybe.
Yeah, it definitely takes a couple times. It's progressive, and then when you go out, it's super awkward. Like you almost feel like you don't know how to go out, and everything is kind of like not made for you. So I just wanted to make something to make people feel welcome and like included in spaces that are nightlife and things that you typically think of like alcohol. That's
amazing. So it's an adaptogenic citrus, and it's 0 proof, but there is a little bit of coffee or what do you have in here?
It has caffeine. L-theanine, lemon balm, and vitamin B3. And it's basically formulated to kind of emulate alcohol, so it makes you a little social, it gives you energy. It has like the vitamins, so if you're like out all night, it's like a good thing to drink. And you can kind of just drink it instead of alcohol, so like in soda, on ice, in like a pina colada, like literally anything you want. And it's really good.
So it's kind of defeats the purpose, but have you had any people tell you that they've mixed it with alcohol?
Yes, yeah, 100%. My dear friend Shingo mixes it with alcohol all the time. Yeah,
that's great.
So how do you feel right now? Because I feel like in the culture, maybe like 10 years ago, people weren't trying to go sober, but I feel like right now, at least I'm seeing a lot more people trying to go through, giving their body a break. And maybe if it's not a permanent, it's like, yo, let me just give myself a year of not drinking. Have you seen that in the culture more now?
Yeah, I mean, when I got sober 5 years ago, it was still kind of like unheard of. Everyone still asked me like, why would you do that? And all this stuff. Like I was the bad one getting sober. And then now everyone does it, you know, like dry January, sober September. It's like a non-issue now if you want to get sober. Everyone's like, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But 5 years ago, it was still very like weird to want to not drink.
And were you always, because you work in the nightlife too, in the club life, right? So when you decided to go sober, were you in that industry already?
No, I was not. I was a tech worker, but you know, what does any tech worker like to do at night? Like go out, like.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you find that transition so now you're sober, now you're in the nightlife? Was that hard, or was that just like, okay, easier for you because now you're a little bit more clear mentally going in that world?
It takes a minute, but you do get there. But you do need like a crutch. That's why like I believe in my product, or like whatever, like a Red Bull. But like you do need something when you're out. It's like critical.
Yeah.
Social thing, right? You gotta, like, socially feel like you're part of. I mean, I think that's why a lot of us drink, because we have to be in the mix with everyone else, and so we're kind of like forced to drink. Because I'm a drinker, but I don't like to get drunk. I don't like to feel really buzzed. I just do like to, you know, to take off the edge a little bit. You're able to be a little more open with people. But I think that's the issue, that you think you have to, maybe the act, right? The act of drinking. Same thing with smoking. When they ask a lot of people when you're smoking, it's like it's the act of actually getting the cigarette, lighting the cigarette, taking that first drag. So I feel like alcohol is the same thing. Like most of us do it because everyone else is doing it around us. So when you have a product like this, where you don't feel so out of place, you know, you're like, okay, I'm drinking too, but it's not getting me, you know, it's not hard for my body, pretty much. So
yeah. I feel like for some of us, I mean, I even at one point I was like that, but now I became like a caretaker when we go to these events. So it's like I kind of have to be on my P's and Q's, and also like I feel like when I drink a little bit, I'm a little not aggressive, but I'm just like zero tolerant with the BS. I get anxious, you know what I mean? So for my anxiety, sometimes I used to have to have the cigarettes or have that drink because I feel like I'm running out of air in this club, and I have to be, because I work in that field. But now throughout the years, I had to like just find what works for me. So in the beginning was Red Bulls and stuff, and now I could just literally have a water bottle in the club. Like we were just Thursday at what was it, Temple,
yeah.
And it was like, you know, we're a VIP, and it's like we're getting these drinks thrown at us, and it's like, I wish this was there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish this was there at Temple. So we gotta hit up Temple, man. We gotta see what we gotta do to get this product in there, because I feel like all the clubs in the city need to have this for sure. It's something that's catered to the people that, you know, maybe don't want to drink, or maybe they're not like fully drinkers, but they want to have another option other than Red Bull. This one has also, you said it has like vitamins, or?
Yes, it has B vitamins, which just overall like help your health, especially if like you're out all night, or you know, if you're doing something other than alcohol, you can still drink Palace and it's safe. It's also safe if you're on medication like antidepressants or anti-anxiety. It's completely safe. And you do feel the effects. Like you do feel like the energy, like bottle service girls love it. They all drink it before their shifts. Like it's way better than Red Bull. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
No, you can.
Is this the only flavor you have?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Okay.
But that's cool, because you can make already, because I saw him make something, and then I was like, bruh, like I told my son about it. I'm like, hey, because my son, he's 17, but he's already adopting the sober, like he's never had a drink, or he's not really, that's not his thing, you know. And then I told him, hey, if you ever want to do anything, try it with your dad, you know what I mean? Don't try it with anybody else. But he's like, you know what, no, well, my dad had cirrhosis in his liver because of alcohol. He almost died. So for me, it kind of, you know, that resonates a little different. So for my son, he knows that. But I shared with him, like, I can't wait to share this with you, because it's like not alcohol, but it's like gives that little feel, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool, and that's also like, it's good that the kids also have something to look towards to, because I think at that age we're used to like, as soon as I turn 21, I'm gonna get that Patron, and that's cool. But it's like, it's good to have, you know, kids like, yo, that's my drink. That's what I'm looking forward to, because it's gonna be good for me, you know. So I think that's an amazing thing that you're doing. Anything that we can do to further this brand. I know that there's gonna be more flavors, and I know this is just the start. You know, it's new, but I think it's such a great product. I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
You know, anytime you need any help from us, you know, promoting, you know, count us in. I want to talk a little bit about the nightlife, though, right? So, in the nightlife, because you're in the nightlife. I met you. Yes, we recorded, but you work at Midway and where else?
And I help at 10:15 here and there, you know. Well, it's tough, man, you know, because it's like long hours all day, you know, all night long, and you know, talking about alcohol, you know, like now that I'm being sober too, you know, it's really hard. I mean, it was hard at the beginning, you know, like, cause like he was saying, what's the name?
Easy.
Like Easy was saying, you know, like sometimes you just do it just to blend in, you know, to just be in this like in a social, you know, circle, you know, and one thing take to another, you know, 1, 2, 3 drinks, you know, and then, you know, by the end of the night, you know, you just, you know, pretty tipsy, you know, and you know, like, it's hard, you know, because sometimes, you know, like, when I go there now, you know, I just drink, like I was telling you, got ginger ale, you know, and I'm just looking everywhere, you know, like, and, you know, everybody's drinking and shit, and I'm just like, sorry, everybody's drinking, you know, and I'm just like sober, right, I'm standing, you know, like, just looking at everything, and I don't know, it's a different feeling, you know, it's a completely different feeling than being drunk, you know, or drinking, you know, or smoking, you know, it's just completely like feeling. As long as the music is good, you know, I will stay. But even, you know, I mean, I get bored easily, you know, like the club scenes. But yeah, you know, I'm just there, you know, helping moving cables, putting some speakers and things like that. You know, like seeing so many shows, you know, so many different artists, you know, like behind the stage and stuff. You know, like it's a good you know, a good experience, you know, to see how everything works behind the scenes and behind everything, you know, like, then just like seeing it, you know, like on the other side, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I feel anybody that's an engineer, or you're in that scene, or you're in the club scene, it's like the best training for artists or any business that you want to create. It's one of the most. I'm an engineer, bro, so I feel like sometimes we don't get the credit that we deserve. Even the people that do visuals, a lot of the time it's like they don't know how hard. You got to be there early. I don't know if my brother could chime in too, because I know he was there from the beginning with the video stuff, and I would love to kind of hear like about what he does in his experience in the engineering world, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm not an engineer. No, I just do the drinks program at the
Okay, so but as far as like behind the scenes and doing like anything in the club world, talk to me about your experience in there and what how have you grown from you started and where you're at right now?
Oh man, I mean I've been working in clubs my whole adult life.
Yeah.
But like 10-15, it's like a monster that just keeps, hopping up new heads every time you think you got something figured out, and it's gonna come back and make trouble for you, and it's a good time. It's hard to like keep it in mind when we're doing the thing, we're partying, or we're facilitating a party. That's exactly what it is. It's supposed to be a good time. It's a party. Don't take it too serious, but like a lot of serious things happen when you gotta be on top of it, and having a clear head while people are falling out on ketamine, and being able to tell the difference between whether or not it's an opiate or it's ketamine or it's GHB or whatever it is that they're doing is really important. But I didn't know any of that stuff when I was young. I just drank like a liter of liquor a day, and then slowly you find does that really help? No. So I don't know.
I think it's we just did this event at the rickshaw stop, and so I'm like band directing, did it ourselves, right? But then I've seen some of my folks that they're not supposed to be working, they're technically not working, but they're having a good time, and then I have my team that's like, we're on it. But at one point I'm like, man, I'm stressing, I'm doing everything, and everybody's just having a good time, and they're like drunk, some people are doing other extracurricular activities, and it's just like, it's so frustrating. But it's like, my wife was there, she's like, look, man, you guys are creating a space for people to actually like unwind. They're dealing with stress, they're dealing with that, and sometimes you just kind of have to separate yourself from that and let them do what they do. How patient do you have to be in the world that you're in, because you're dealing with a lot of different stuff, right? You're talking about drugs and alcohol, right?
Drugs, alcohol, and personalities.
Yes.
There's a lot of ego that you have to like parse through. I mean, it is an escape like for everyone else. As for a lot of us that work there, I mean, that's how we make a living, and it is kind of confusing, because if you go to any other party when you're not working, you're doing the same thing. But like, I think a lot of people have a hard time separating that part, and then it happens really fast when people start to fall out in that scene. It's because they're not paying attention to compartmentalizing their life from their work, seeing that other people are out and they're there to escape their mundane life, right? Like everything is like fabulous, glamorous, just loud flashing lights and loud noises, and we need to take care of them, and as well as each other, but like not, it shouldn't be that like the people that are working there are getting overwhelmed. You just have to remember to breathe, and like it will end. Parties will always end. So like, you want to be standing up when that happens. So I mean, it's not easy, but just you gotta keep a clear head.
Yeah, you gotta be. I feel like you gotta be conditioned. You have to have patience, experience in that nightlife. Because if not, man, it's like it'll get you. It'll get the best of you. You love music, I assume. There's a lot of different genres and different type of parties that 1015 be hosting, right? What talk to me about the different exposure to different genres. I'm sure that there's a genre in there that you might not like, or maybe you had to grow to like because now it's over and over, or you still like, nah, I hate that.
I mean, there's a lot that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I'm really into drum and bass, but we don't really have a lot of those parties at 10:15. We don't really have as many bass parties as we used to. But now there's like genres that I've never heard of before. Like, I used to joke that everything was tropical house because someone said that, and I was like, that's not a thing. But apparently it is. But like hyper pop, that one's hard. It's hard to get into because it's over fast, and it is not.
It's overstimulating.
Yeah, we had a hyper pop show. I can't remember who it was, but there was a drum and bass party down the street, and they came out with protest signs protesting the hyper pop show, and I was like, that's a great marketing thing to get people to find a different party.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't had one of those in a minute, but I mean, every Saturday is the Latin night, and that's a tough thing to go through every week because it's a lot.
Yeah.
The Latin party, they come out to party, and they drink a lot, and we're week after week for, I think it's now 15 years of Pura Saturdays at 10:15, and that when I was first starting out there, it was just like high school, right? Like everything about it, I was like, man, it's just like when I was in high school, kids I grew up with and stuff. But like the party itself, like, was just wearing on me. Where I'm like, I can't do this, man. I cannot do another Pura. I did 150 of them in a row. That's a lot of Saturdays, man. Yeah, it's a lot of Saturdays, and
that's been the whole 15 years. Has that been Fred doing it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, during the pandemic, when we're shut down every Saturday, I would just be like, man, what I would give for a Pura right now, man. Just go and do that thing, go to that monstrous machine of a party, and I mean, it's come a long way. Because the production going on there, what Fred's been doing is it's intense. Yeah. It's like Carnival every Saturday. Yeah, I love it. It's definitely it's my most familiar party, and because we do it every Saturday. But
that's where you guys have the big astronaut. Spaceman.
Yeah, the 20-foot astronaut. Yeah. They're probably putting that up right now.
Oh yeah.
That's Saturday.
Yeah.
So
that's when we're gonna go do this after.
So have you seen like a change musically in the culture just with the scenes right now within the last years, or has it been consistent?
No, without it, there's many changes. Like 10 years ago, the bass music scene was huge. I mean, everything was a bass party and overly intense. Like when trap came out, like people were just losing their minds, loving it, throwing beer bottles at the DJ and stuff, show them how much they love them. I was like, that's crazy. The kids nowadays are a little bit more reserved. They definitely drink more responsibly than I've ever seen. I've never asked for a water in between. I would just shot a beer. Like, never have a water in between or anything like that. They self-police themselves about drinking. I rarely ever see them fall out. But I think that has a lot to do with the pandemic as well. But musically, I think it's still, the scene itself is still very much like in the head. You want to escape in some way. It's just like maybe the genres are a little different, a little bit more mixing of things. Like the EDM things that are out and about, they get brought into the reggaeton thing on Saturday nights, which never used to happen.
Like the house stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, you're hearing the Eurythmics and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's just the nature of things. Things are always going to change like that.
Yeah, that's dope. I wanted to talk a little bit about what inspired you to do music? Like, were you okay? First of all, you're Salvadoreño. You were in El Salvador.
Sí.
Till what age?
Probably like 8.
8 years old.
Yeah.
So at 8 years old, what was young JT dreaming of?
Well, I mean, I wanted to be an architect.
An architect?
Yeah, that's what I always I wanted to be an architect, and I wanted to be something with like law enforcement type of thing, you know. But then I came over here, you know, and things, you know, took a different path, you know, and I started doing music in high school. It was one of my classmates. He was heavy into hip hop, and old school stuff. And I remember seeing him, you know, and he showed me songs. I was like, I want to do it, you know, and that's how everything started, you know, like we record like some probably like I don't know, like 10, 20 songs, you know, but you know, it was just the very beginnings, you know. I think it was 2000, I would say 2010 maybe before that. And after that, you know, like graduated high school, and I stopped doing music. I stopped it at all. And a few years after, I went back to writing, and I met somebody else, and we start like, you know, like he would start like producing some songs, and you know, and I started sharing it with some of my closest friends, and you know, I started getting like really good support, and what do you say? Me daban críticas, pero críticas constructivas, you know. So it motivated me to keep doing it. You know, like they used to tell me that, you know what, you actually have something. You know, like just keep doing it. You know, practice. You know, and at some point, you know, like the last probably like couple years, 3 years, maybe like what do you know, like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to take it seriously, you know, and now, you know, like now I'm taking singing classes, and you know, I'm being sober. I'm doing like hot yoga and Pilates and stuff like that, you know, like I'm trying to do this 100%, you know, and be like serious about it, you know, like and you know, I'm really careful when I write my songs, you know, that I don't want to put any like cuss words or like or any stuff that, you know, I don't really write about like como vulgaridades que dice, like put women down, you know, calling their names, or drugs, or narcotics, or gangs, or power, you know, like I stay out of all that stuff, you know. I just try to just be more like what is fits better for my life, you know, what I go through, you know, like love and my personal stuff, you know, like that I want to share with the world, you know. Maybe I can help somebody, you know, maybe before they get into that relationship, you know, they can hear my song, be like, oh, if that happens with that guy, maybe I should not do it. Oh, be like, oh, that happened to me already, you know, like I feel his pain, you know, things like that, you know. But yeah, I decided to start like 100% music a few years ago, you know, like, but I've been doing this for like since I was a kid, you know, like back in high school. But like I just for the last maybe like 5-6 years, you know, I just been like focus on it, you know. I want to do this like 100% full time, you know, at some point, you know. Just I would love to start like opening for shows and stuff like that, you know, like yeah.
I think it's great, bro. I think this is a race, not a marathon, right? And
yeah.
I think it's good. You've been at it for 5 years, but I think it's not until this year that you started taking vocal lessons recently, right?
Yeah.
And so I work with a lot of artists, and I tell all my artists, get vocal lessons. You gotta, if you're gonna be singing, you gotta open up your ear. You gotta train your ear. You gotta make sure that you know the note. Like if I say F sharp minor or F sharp, you gotta hit this note. All of that to have you got to train the ear, and I feel like that's super important, and I applaud you for that, because it's not easy. It's not easy to open up the ear and to develop and to say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna invest into my vocal coach. And shout out to the vocal coach, because she does amazing work, right?
Oh yes, she does. She's really great. She's really good, really supportive. Like it's so like really positive, you know, like vibes and stuff. And she's always like, you know, don't worry, just take it easy, you know, but make sure that you practice every day when you're home, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, she's really good. She's really good at like keeping like really the positive vibe, you know. And I always tell her, you know what, like you're doing great, you know, you're doing great. Just and don't force it, you know, don't force it. She always tell me, don't force it, don't force your throat, you know, like try not to scream and stuff like that, you know, like because you gotta take care of your voice, you know,
yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, it's important. The last video that you shot, can you talk a little bit about that song and the video and when it's coming out?
Oh, well, we shot it with you. So we showed this song. Se llama Oportunidad, like chance. We just shot it like the 18th of this month, I think. At different locations in San Francisco. 10:15 with Shingo. Shingo let us stay there, and we went on the rooftop. We went to this other view by North Beach. I had this song. I wrote it a long time ago. Like Mahler songs, and I personally like this song a lot, because I had something that I had to get out of my chest. I knew I wanted to do a good product, like at the end of the day, I wanted to be like a good song, like all like levels and everything, like right, but I wanted to do it because I needed to get it out of my life. It was something that I had inside that I need to let this out, So I'm really glad, that we were able. Thank you, we were able to like shoot this song, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see the full video. Thank you for sending me the short clip.
For sure.
It looks really nice. I'm really excited.
Shout out to Ant. Ant was the one that shot
Ant,
the video.
Ant, yeah. He was I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Ant, yeah, man. Yeah, thank him. He did a great job. I can't wait to see, because it was a lot of shots. It was a lot of work. It was like, what was it, from 10 in the morning till like 5 p.m. Right? Yeah. I ended up being all burned up. David was burned out too. And but yeah, I think that it's always a great experience. It's always something new that I push myself to do. And I'm glad I have like good people around me that they can tell me, hey, like, do it like this, or do it like that. So we can all work together. And just to make a great video. A great shot.
Yeah, no, it was a dope experience. I love 10:15. I've been there a million times. Fred, shout out to Fred, man. We've been there since like he said it, like 15 years. It's been when Stylo was back in town, bro. That was like the go-to spot, like back then. And now to see where it's at now, how much has grown, even musically. At one time it was just perreo, reggaeton, and now they're incorporating the house, the urbano house. So it's dope to see the growth, but to see it in the inside when no one's there, that's nice, man. That was like a little VIP exclusive, and to try the fucking fire ass drink, bro. That was amazing. We're putting everybody up on Palace. Speaking of Palace, we didn't talk about where we can buy and support, and can you give all that information?
Yes, so you can buy it on palacebeverages.com. We ship worldwide, and you can also try it at 1015 F8, the Continental Club, Monroe, and a few other clubs in the city.
Amazing. So make sure you get that. Can you give your social media, the Palace?
At Palace Beverages.
At Palace Beverages. JT, your social media?
I think it's at JT Avalos.
At JT Avalos.
Yeah, JT Avalos is on all platforms and everywhere, like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, X, Facebook. I think it's all. Yeah, but I'm more active on Instagram.
Okay.
I would say, and YouTube. All the songs go on YouTube, and obviously the music videos. Yeah, but if anybody wants any good updates, I would say Instagram.
Okay.
I personally don't have Instagram, like personal, but I just have my artist Instagram, and I do updates and all the songs and promoting stuff, etc., like through the Instagram at JT Avalos.
So Oportunidad will come out soon. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to JT Avalos' YouTube page, because that video is coming out. That's gonna be fire. He had some cool little design on the shirt that looked like some LED shirt type stuff. We made it happen. But and also to my brother here,
Shingo.
Shingo is the GOAT.
Shingo's the GOAT, man. He's making it happen. Thank you guys for coming through. Do you have your social media?
Not really.
Okay, cool. If you know Shingo, you know Shingo, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. I love it. Thank you guys for coming down. I'm gonna bring you down again when you drop the video. Okay. Anytime you need anything, we're here, to support. Thank you for coming down and sharing and creating this product for real. Like, this is an amazing product, and I know that this is just the beginning. So thank you guys for coming down. We're making this short today because we will be tapping in with JY right now. We're shooting. Where are we shooting, bro? Where are we going?
It's the something beach. What was it? Starts with the M.
Baker Beach or something? No.
Yeah, Baker Beach, I think.
So it's by Baker Beach, but we're not taking our clothes off, okay? we're keeping it PG-14, 15, you know what I mean? But make sure you check us out tomorrow. We will be here at FIRMELAB from 6 to 10. We got Susana from Calle 24, the nonprofit, amazing nonprofit from the mission. And we also have who
I think the name, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, it's Bebo.
Oh, Bebo. Yeah,
right,
shout out to
singer.
Bebo. She's super dope. She's a super dope vocalist. Can't wait to get to meet her and talk to her and stuff. But that's tomorrow, 6 to 10. Make sure you tap in. And until next week and until tomorrow, thank you guys for listening. Here we go.